Today, we are digging into a really powerful, ancient technique for finding some stability, some calm, in what can feel like a pretty chaotic world. Because let's be honest, sometimes life feels like a roller coaster that we just can't get off of.
You know that feeling, right? One day, you're just on top of the world, everything's going your way, and the next, you're in a total slump. It really feels like your happiness is just a passenger on a ride that you have absolutely no control over.
You get a promotion at work, or even just a surprise compliment, and boom, you're flying high. But then, some unexpected criticism or a frustrating traffic jam just sends you plummeting. We're constantly getting pulled back and forth, just reacting to a world we can't control.
But what if you could find an inner anchor? You know, a way to stay steady no matter what life decides to throw at you. Well, it turns out a pretty profound piece of wisdom, thousands of years old, speaks directly to this very problem.
So this emotional roller coaster, it actually has a name. It's called duality, and it's this constant push and pull between opposite experiences that really defines so much of our day-to-day lives.
I mean, think about it. Our entire existence is basically structured around these pairs. We experience pleasure, and its opposite, pain. We feel heat, and then we feel cold. We're always chasing success while trying desperately to avoid failure. This constant bouncing between opposites, that is the source of all our emotional turbulence. So the big question is, how do we get off this ride? Well, the answer is kind of hidden in a single, incredibly powerful verse from the ancient Hindu scripture, the Bhagavad Gita. So let's decode it together.
Okay, now don't worry about the Sanskrit just yet. I promise. Contained right here in this single line is a profound psychological tool for managing our reactions to the world. The secret is right inside these words.
So what does it actually say? Well, in this message from the deity Krishna to the warrior Arjuna, we get this timeless advice. All these feelings, the good and the bad, they simply come from our senses interacting with the world. And, this is the crucial part, they all pass. So the final instruction is the most important one. Therefore, endure them.
Now, that instruction to endure is really unlocked by understanding three key ideas in this verse. The first one is mātrā-sparśhās. This is just the starting point of every single experience. It's that moment your senses, your eyes, your ears, your skin make contact with the outside world.
Now the second idea is so important. The verse uses two different words for it, āgamāpāyino and nityās. They both basically mean the same thing. All of these experiences are temporary. They come and then they go. The pleasure of a great meal, it appears and then it disappears. The sting of criticism, it also appears, and believe me, it too will disappear. Nothing is permanent.
And this brings us to the third idea, which is the core instruction of the entire verse. Tāns-titikṣhasva. This is the practice of endurance or tolerance. But, and this is key, it's not about gritting your teeth and just suffering through something. It's an active, conscious choice to bear with these fleeting sensations without letting them completely throw you off balance.
Okay, so why would we practice this endurance? What's the real payoff for cultivating this titikṣhā? Well, the benefits are honestly life-changing.
When you stop getting turked around by every little thing, you're liberated from so much daily suffering. And that naturally creates a deep sense of inner peace and equanimity. With that peace comes this amazing clarity of mind and a much sharper focus because you're not distracted anymore. And all of that becomes the foundation for real, profound personal growth.
So this all sounds great in theory, but how do we actually do it? How do we build this inner anchor and make it a real part of our daily lives? All right, the path to building this kind of resilience is a process. It really starts with pure mindfulness, just observing what's happening without slapping a label on it. Then comes acceptance, just acknowledging that, hey, discomfort is part of life. From there, you gain perspective, actively reminding yourself that it's all temporary. Now, this requires patience and self-discipline, the conscious choice not to just react automatically. And all of this gets stronger through practices like meditation, which helps you deepen the understanding of your own mind. Okay, let's make this super real. Imagine you have a headache. Instead of thinking, ugh, this is awful, I hate this, try to just observe it. Where is the pain exactly? Is it sharp or is it dull? By watching it almost like a scientist, you create this powerful space between the raw sensation and your suffering from.
And you know what? This works for emotions too. The next time a wave of anger or sadness hits you, try to locate it in your body. Is your chest tight? Is your stomach in knots? Focus on those physical sensations. Just watch them, and you'll notice that, just like a cloud in the sky, they eventually shift and pass on their own.
And here is where this ancient wisdom gets really practical for modern life. You stuck in traffic? See it as a pop quiz, an opportunity to practice titiksha. Accept the situation. Observe your frustration. Remind yourself it's temporary. You literally cannot control the traffic, but with this tool, you can always control your inner response to it.
So what's the single most important thing to take away from all this? How do we truly anchor ourselves in the storm of daily life?
Okay, this is the crucial distinction to make. Endurance, this idea of titiksha, is not about suppressing your feelings or pretending you're some kind of robot. It's about gaining perspective. It's about zooming out and seeing your feelings for what they actually are. Temporary bursts of energy just passing through you.
Ultimately, this whole practice is about empowerment. It's the shift from being a passive victim of your emotions to being an active participant in your own life. You understand the nature of feelings, and you get to choose how you respond. That right there is the definition of true freedom.
So, I'll just leave you with this to think about. What could you achieve? What could you learn? Who could you become if the fear of discomfort, whether that's failure or criticism or just plain old hard work, no longer held you back? What becomes possible then?